All right, let's dive right in. We've all had those days, right? Where one little thing, a rude comment, someone cutting you off, just completely ruins your mood. Well, this is a story all about how to handle that, and it's built around one really simple but incredibly powerful idea: choosing what we carry. That's it. That's the whole idea right there. Think of it as a philosophy for, I don't know, a lighter life. And the best way to really get it is through the story of a man named Sami. So, picture this. It's a totally normal morning. Sleepy intersection, sun's coming up, Sami is just driving along when, bam! Out of nowhere, another car just blows right through the stoplight, forcing him to slam on his brakes. You know that tense, heart-in-your-throat moment? We've all been there. Okay, and this is where the story gets really interesting. The other driver completely loses it, gives him a rude gesture, yells something out the window, but Sami, his response is the total opposite. He doesn't fire back. He just smiles and gives this calm, almost apologetic wave, kind of like saying, hey, no harm done. So, a little later, Sami's telling his friends what happened, and they are just completely baffled. They can't wrap their heads around his reaction, and their confusion leads them to ask the one question that, let's be honest, is probably on all our minds too.
Their questions are exactly what most of us would think, right? Why didn't you yell back? You got to teach them a lesson. To them, his calm looks like weakness. I mean, the only logical thing to do is meet that aggression with more aggression. The idea of just letting it go, it makes no sense to them. But what Sami says next is, well, it's profound. It's totally counterintuitive. And this is the moment the story stops being about a traffic incident and becomes this deep lesson in managing our own emotions. He calls it the philosophy of fire.
So when his friends keep pushing him, asking why he didn't fight back, his answer is just 4 simple words that change the whole game. He says, because I don't collect fire. Wow. All of a sudden, this isn't about winning or losing an argument anymore. It's about what you choose to collect. So what does that even mean, to collect fire? Well, it's the act of taking on a burden that isn't yours to begin with. When someone throws their negativity, their anger, their bad day at you, you have a choice. You can reach out, catch it, and carry it with you. Or, like Sami did, you can just let it fall. And here's the key. Instead of taking it personally, Sami reframes the whole thing with empathy. He thinks, maybe that driver's anger had nothing to do with me at all. Maybe she was just having a terrible day and was looking for any place to dump that heat. Her anger was her burden, not a personal attack on him.
This is such a powerful way to redefine strength, isn't it? It says true strength isn't about having the last word or yelling the loudest. It's the quiet, internal discipline of choosing what you allow into your mind and into your heart. It's about being the careful curator of your own energy.
To take this idea even further, Sami uses this brilliant metaphor. He says that when someone throws fire at you, you basically have 2 choices. You can be kindling or you can be clay. And the difference is, well, it's everything. Think about kindling. It instantly reacts to fire. It catches, it burns hot and fast, and then it's just gone, consumed by the very thing it reacted to. But clay is different. It absorbs that same heat. It doesn't burn out. It actually uses the heat to be transformed, to become harder, stronger, something useful.
So this all sounds great as a philosophy, but how do we actually apply it in the moment? When we're the ones getting cut off in traffic or getting that rude email. This is where we shift from the why to the practical how.
The first thing to get is that this is not a passive thing. It's an active skill and it takes practice. The mind is just like a muscle. It gets stronger with training. You practice by not picking up the fire on the small daily annoyances. That's how you build the resilience to handle the really heavy stuff when it comes your way. And the practice itself can be broken down into 3 simple steps. First, pause. In that flash of anger, just create a tiny bit of space to recognize you have a choice here. Second, translate. Reframe what's happening. Remind yourself, this is their fire, not my fire. And third, choose. Make the active decision to not pick it up. Just let it fall.
So what's the ultimate benefit of all this? Of choosing to be clay instead of kindling? Of refusing to collect fire? Well, it's simple, but it's profound. An unscorched heart. It's about protecting your own inner peace, no matter what kind of heat gets thrown your way.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this. True mental and emotional strength isn't found in winning confrontations. It's found in the wisdom to refuse the fights that would diminish you, the ones that would just leave you feeling bitter, angry, and scorched. And that leaves us with a challenge, really. For the rest of today, as you go about your life, in every interaction you have, just ask yourself this one simple question. What fire will you refuse to collect today?